Welcome back for more UK's strongest man action. It's day 2 in Group B, and this man, James Fennelly, the big Irishman, did a superb job in the human link. But it gets harder. Coming up next is Thor's Hammer.
Event 3 is the Thor's Hammer hold. The athletes have to hold this 50-pound hammer at arm's length as long as they possibly can.
But there are different ways of holding this hammer at arm's length, Fraser, as Richard Gorvin comes in. Some let it drop back onto their forearms, and that, of course, will result in the occasional warning from our judge.
Yeah, we saw a few different techniques in the last episode, so we'll see how Richard gets on here.
Well, that clearly is inclining back. Look at this, he's having a look to see what's occurring. Deep in concentration, isn't he? Look at that.
He looks solid there. He's got strong shoulders, so you'd expect a good time from Richard here.
There seems to be a very, very fine event for him. I was just looking, he's in 6th place overall. Remember, the top 4 only go through to the final. He's got to move up a couple of places.
Yeah, he really needs to dig in now and get some points back.
Only a couple of points, you know, a couple of points between the top 3, or the bottom 3, I should say. So it's really, he's still got a chance. That's it, that's it on the time.
That's
so
a good time as well.
It is, isn't it? 45.03, very, very good time. He needed that, certainly. Now Andy Kearney. He's in 5th place overall. They're going in reverse order, incidentally, right the way down to Dave Warner, who's leading the group at the moment. But Andy Kearney.
Time starts now.
Now then.
Arm straight, Andy, arm straight.
That's more of an upright position, isn't it? His arms are not horizontal.
Yeah, he looks uncomfortable. He looks uncomfortable there, Stuart.
He does, doesn't he?
If you don't get the position right, you're not going to get a good time.
It's an awful lot of concentration needed here. You've got to sort of put the pain to the back.
He's going already.
Yeah, he's gone, isn't he? 28.7. Isn't it extraordinary, isn't it, that you've got such strength in one dimension and not entirely the same degree in another?
Well, Stuart, that's strongman, you know. Strongman, if you've got a weak part in your body, strongman will find it.
Well, Jimmy Marcoux,
Time starts now.
you've got 45.03 to beat on this. Remember, he was 2nd in the final last year, and it's going to be very tight in this group of 6 to find the top 4. There are only a couple of points between the bottom 3, and Jimmy Marcoux is in 4th place at the moment, but must hold his form. He's going to have to work a bit to stay in.
Well, you've seen the powerful physique that Jimmy Marcoux holds there, and how strong he looks in the shoulders. You know, you'd expect a good time from Jimmy.
You would indeed, and I think he's going to get one too, isn't he?
Well, he's got all the fundamental parts to get one.
Well, look at this, 40 seconds coming up. 45.03, just to remind you, to beat. Now, is he going to do? I think he is going to do that.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, he is. He's gone past the 40. Will he make 50?
Time.
Down 50.51, and that is the leading time, and that is very, very strong indeed. So, Jimmy Marcoux looks as though he could be en route to 8 points. We've still got Fennelly, McEnany and Warner to come. Now, Fennelly, what can you do? The young Irishman. Now, he's got long levers, and this is going to prove a little bit difficult, I would think.
And if you remember from the first event with the Viking press, James didn't have strong shoulder power. So I think he'll struggle here.
Yes, indeed. But he is a determined young man. I like his attitude. He's, you know, in interview, he's got a great attitude. It's he's very pragmatic. He wants to learn, and he's using this experience to make him better.
Very determined, and he will be good.
I think he'll be good too. 30.66 the time. That's not going to impose on the lead. But I can tell you that he might well find himself in this final. Dave McEnany then next up.
Time starts now.
2nd overall at the moment, with just Dave Warner to come. Now then, 50.51, which was Jimmy Marcoux's target. Richard Gorvin, 45.03. So I just wonder what he can achieve. Looks good so far.
Yeah, and if you can get anywhere near Jimmy Marco's time, he'll be more than happy.
Oh, it looks as though he's under a little bit of pressure now. There's the eyes close. 30 seconds has gone. That's good. It's going down. 33.25, the official time. And I think that's the third place time thus far. I think so. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't think he'll be happy with that, though.
Now then, Dave Warner is the leader overall in the group. Now then, what can he do? He knows the target, 50.51. He's the leader so far, as I've said. Now, as he settles, wide stance, leans back against the post, arms out straight. just looking at how far that hammer is drifting back towards the forearms, because that is a technique. Shorten the lever, make it easy. Look at that, it's as far back as it can go.
He's trying to make himself comfortable. I don't think Dave likes this event.
Straighten the arms, it's very unkind when the pain is setting in.
There's not much left now.
No, 31.50, and that's what, fourth place now. He's the last to go.
Oh, that looked fun. Jimmy Marcoux takes the win. It's an England 1, 2 and 3. Dave Warner of Ireland, fourth place, 31.5 seconds for him. And Andy Kearney of Scotland, or just one for sixth place. Overall then, Dave McAnally leading the proceedings, but it's tight at the top. Just 2 points separating 1, 2 and 3. Two men get eliminated, remember, and James Fennelly, Rich Gorvin and Andy Kearney look favourites for that. Well, Jimmy Marcoux, good strong performance from him, and he's needed it. But these three men got an awful lot of work to do when we come back after the break for the Curdler.